welcome to Craft Little Things. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm doing my project for the February Joy Sets challenge blog, and if you didn't see it last month I'll put a link below, but the whole point of the blog is to encourage people to come and join along. There's a design team which I'm one of, and we are a Tic Tac Toe based challenge blog. So we have like a block of 9 squares, and in each square there's a word to do with card making, and it can be anything from embellishment, emboss, glitter, bow, ribbon, heart, butterfly, animal, heat, silver, it can be colour, it can be anything. And what you have to do is you have to choose a row, either horizontal, vertical or diagonal, and whatever 3 blocks are in that row, your card has to incorporate all 3 of those elements. It can incorporate all 9 elements if you want, but if you stick to the 3, then that helps. And then it's quite interesting because in January lots of people chose the same row, but the cards were all very different. So I chose the blocks this month. We're going to choose them in a cycle. So I chose them this month, and because it's Valentine's Day and we're going out at the beginning of February, I thought I'd try to pick some sort of romantic-y type of theme. So I chose things like hearts and bows, I think, and glitter, and I can't remember. But anyway, my row that I've decided to go for was white, punch and lace. So my card is going to be predominantly white, it's going to have lace on it, and it's going to feature a punch. So it's going to be a Z-fold card, and it's going to be 5.5, well, in fact this is a piece of A4, so it's the full length of the piece of A4, so it's just over 5.5, it's 5 and nearly 3/4 by 5, and so you need a piece of cardstock that's 5 on the short side by 11 and nearly 3/4. It's a full sheet of A4. You can cut it down if you want, and then it's scored at 3 and 6 on the long side, okay, and then it's folded mountain and valley to give you your Z card, okay. And then I'm going to have white layers on white, so it's going to be quite white, my card. So first I'm going to use this lacy, can you see it's got a real subtle lace pattern. This is one of my lace things, and this comes from a stack. You might have seen, last month I did a video on printable downloads, and this was a tattered lace stack called Frosted Florals that I downloaded, and I think it was tattered lace, and it might have been, it was either hunky dory or tattered lace, and this was one of those papers in there, so I printed this out myself. Now this measures, I've not kind of stuck with conventional measurements for this, I've just tried to sort of make it up as I went along, really. So this measures 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and that's going to go, don't matter which way because it's a square, that's going to go on the base there, on that back base, and then on top of that there's going to be a piece of white cardstock which measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's going to go on top. So you see we're layering up white, and that's really subtle DSP. And then this measures 4 by 4. This is another piece of that paper. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to have some ribbon come in along here. And I've just realised something. I need another white piece. But I'm going to make it very small just to fit in there, just to write on. So that was 4 by 4, wasn't it? So I'm just going to make my little piece to put in. I'm just going to make it 2 by 2. 2.5 by 2.5. 2 by 2 is a little bit too small. And that's just so that that piece can be written on. Okay, and that's where everything goes. And then I'm going to have a piece of ribbon, I'm going to have some tulle ribbon coming down the side here, probably in a bow and fastened on. And that's like a lace as well, because it's very like a tulle lace. Well, it is a lace anyway, it's a mesh. And then down here I'm just going to have a piece of DSP, which isn't going to really do anything other than be, sorry, just a minute, let me just make sure I've got the right piece. Now down here I'm having this piece of DSP. So this one measures 4 3/4 by 2 1/4, and that's going in that recess, and that's all I'm doing in there. I'm not doing any layering in there. And then on the front piece I've got a piece of DSP which measures 4 3/4 by 2 5/8. That's going there. And then on top of that there's going to be a white cardstock 4 1/8 by 2 1/2. That's going to go on top of there. And then another piece of DSP which measures 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. That's going to go on there. And then we're going to have a little square which measures 3 by 3, a piece of DSP on top which is 2 3/4, no, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then another piece of white which measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then I've got a little tiny sentiment which measures 1 3/4 by 1 1/4, and it's been stamped and heat embossed, and I'll show you what I did that with in a minute. And that's just going to go sort of at the bottom there, and then I'm going to stick a little butterfly above it there, and a little bit of tulle around it as well. Then I've got these are my punch set element, so that's my lace element, and there's lots of white, and then these are my punched element. So I've just silver heat embossed, I've stamped and silver heat embossed these gorgeous butterflies, and they're going to be all around the card. There's 3 big ones and 3 small ones. I've got 2 that I've got left to punch out, so I'm just going to thought I'd do that just to show you the lovely new punch in action. So it's just this butterfly punch that coordinates with the stamps. Punch that out and it punches both of them out. The butterflies are on the same stamp as well, so you only have to stamp once and punch once, and you've got 2 butterflies. And that's that. I'll give them a bit of texture, a bit of dimension. Might stick a little diamond in them, don't know yet. We'll see what happens. So that's it. So we're going to start assembling. First of all though, so it's all going to go like this. That's going to be there. Okay, so one thing I do want to do is I just want to decide exactly where I'm going to put my tulle ribbon, because I want to make sure I don't think I need to put any on there, but I definitely do want to run some down here. So I think I'm just going to put it over this layer. I should put it over both layers, or all 3 layers. I'll stick these together and then I'll run it over those. Okay. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with that base piece. I'm just going to move all my bits so I know where everything is. I'm going to get my bone folder and I'm just going to burnish these score lines. I haven't done that yet. Okay. I was going to say, shall I cut that down a little bit? I'm just wondering if I cut that down to 5. Hold that. I'm just going to cut put that down to 5 1/4 because I don't really like it that size. So just put it down to 5 1/4. So the whole strip then is 11 1/4. That's better. So because I want to put my lace on here, I'm not going to put these on separately. I'm not going to put these onto the card yet. So I'm going to assemble them off the card. So it's a nice layered card. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put this lace around. I think what I might do is take it right around the back and bring it, and what I want is I want a side bow, but I want the bow to be going that way. So I love this white tulle, absolutely love it. When I chose these the elements for this, I did have in mind doing something very, very feminine and you know, romantic. So I think I've achieved that. This card. And that's not really my bag. I'm a romantic person, I'm just not overly. I'm a feminine person as well, but I'm just not, I don't know, that big a dramatic person, I guess. Overstated, should we say. So that'll stay like that, obviously, and then you can just write a little sentiment in there. You can stamp a sentiment in there and write on the back if you want. Right, now then, which piece goes where? Right, this piece goes in next, and that's just going to go on there. I'm probably not going to do anything else to it. Yeah, I'm going to put a silver foil square in there. That measures 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So I'm going to stick that in the middle. I'm just going to check that it's, some of it's going to show up. I think I'll put that on top of the next layer. So I'm going to pop this layer down, and then I'm just going to cut that to 2 and, what did I say, it was 2 5/8. I'm just going to cut it to 2 1/2. Not a lot off at all, just a little bit. Just need to wipe that glue off, a little bit more pizzazz. And the white's going on the top. And then this is going on with dimensionals. Just want to lift that off the background a little bit. I'm just wondering about, these are little mirror, silver mirror foil things I get in my nails when I buy my packs of nails. but they're really good. I think I might just stick that in there. Just see, I can't really see because of the light. I'm not used to working in the dark now, that when we've got light it's blinding me. Yeah, I'm just going to pop that on. I'm going to put it on. I'm not putting it in the middle, I'm putting it at the bottom. Because I want to pop a butterfly above it. So all I did was this, was I used a sentiment from the Butterfly Gala, which says the good things of life are better with you. And that's all I did with that. And then stick a big butterfly on. Yes, I'm going to stick a big butterfly on. Why not? Pop that down there. As I say, that's where my punched element comes in with the butterfly. And then that's going to go across there. So I'm going to glue half of that. Sorry, it's been a bit made up as I go along, this card. But so, yeah. So that's all that. I'm going to stick another butterfly on here, I think. Put on this wing. And then I think I'll put I don't really want to put one in there. I don't think I'm going to put one in there. I'll put one here, I think. Just to soften up that bit a bit. And I think I'll put a little one down here, but I'll put the little one flat. Across those layers. And then I'll put another little one up here. And the final little one I'll pop up the top here. The nice thing about the layers is that the butterfly is automatically given a bit of dimension because it can't lay flat. Do you know what I mean? It's only sticking to part of the layer. That is absolutely beautiful, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. It's a nice, I mean, it obviously it could have done with being a bit straight. Everything could have been done with attaching a bit straighter, but you kind of get the message. and then you can write in there. Just think it's a really pretty card, that. Really pretty. Pleased with that. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration. And this punch and these stamps are absolutely gorgeous. I'll link my store below in case you want to grab them. They look great on vellum as well. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.